Well, because it was quiet. You're going to hear extreme panting in the background for those watching the replay or for those watching live.
There's some dog idling.
Yeah, there's some dog idling. We just took Remy for a pretty extreme run. And so, yeah, there's some dog panting in the background.
Dog idling.
Joe Gampa, howdy.
Hey, Joe.
A lot, well, not a whole lot to discuss, but certainly some things to discuss.
Yes,
In
first
the-
one.
Certainly some things to discuss in the That's Trucking category. What's up, Ross?
Hey, Ross.
What's up, Britt? So, well, I just got a notification on my phone. Driver lineup. Watch live. So, for those who might watch this tomorrow, which will be Memorial Day, we want to say have a very honorable Memorial Day.
And remember what it's for.
Yeah, I don't want to say Happy Memorial Day. There's a prime YouTuber, Tim Travels, who served, and he had a great video last week about don't say Happy Memorial Day. He said it's not happy. He said there's like Veterans Day, you know, that's for veterans. There's 4th of July, which is for independence. Memorial Day is honoring those we lost, you know, who fought for our ability to sit here and do YouTube. So I really liked that. I really liked his message. It was have an honorable Memorial Day. So if you're watching this right now or watching a replay tomorrow, which or it would be today for you, Memorial Day, please do have an honorable Memorial Day and remember those we lost. Which, by the way, and I'm kind of killing a few minutes to let some folks join us, but by the way, I've said this before, the best load, the most meaningful load Jen and I ever took, I think she'll agree, was Wreaths Across America.
Absolutely.
And Prime actually shared our post. It really hit me on that load the first night that I was driving that load. I don't remember how, it was like 10,000 wreaths or something, or 1,000 or something.
It was a lot.
I'll have to go find the post, but there were over 1,000 wreaths in the trailer behind the cab. And when you're driving down the interstate knowing that that represents, you know, 1,000 or however many lives that are gone in the back of the trailer, it was extremely meaningful. So anyway, have an honorable Memorial Day for everyone. We are not having a very fun holiday weekend. I think Ben and Brad were talking about this in Discord. Some of us made a terrible miscalculation in that we took the high-paying loads. What's up, Junior? We took the high-paying loads that delivered on Sunday of a holiday weekend. And so some of us are kind of stuck out here. Some of us are kind of stuck. We took a $3 a mile FedEx load out of Memphis, which we've been on this FedEx circuit for basically 2 weeks outside of a beer load and a high val. Ross, you're still stuck at the terminal. Is it because you can't get a load out? Is it barren?
And just remember on the last meeting, hey guys, please don't go home. We're not going to have any problems getting anybody dispatched out. We need all hands on deck.
Yeah, you guys.
Thanks.
You guys will recall Prime said on their Friday meeting what she just said. No problem getting loads. Well, we know some drivers that are having problems getting loads. And our particular problem is not necessarily not getting a load. Our problem is that we can't get to a load. We were actually, so we got to our 90 on time FedEx in Syracuse, New York. Got here actually 2 hours early. No comment to what Prime says, Junior. Junior, you can't be as honest as I can. I'm not on the front of Prime's magazines.
We'll say it for you. Don't worry. We got your back.
We'll say it for you. We did get pre-planned. And again,
Decent
for those of you who
load,
just joined, that is our dog panting. We just took her to play ball. Junior, I like that. Yeah, we don't want to be on the front of Prime's magazine, so we can say what we want. I'm not saying you don't say what you want. I'm saying that you say it creatively. We say it blatantly.
It's fine.
So we get to this FedEx. Today is Sunday, and it's closed. There is nobody here. It is abandoned. There's no empty trailers. There's no one we can talk to leave paperwork.
They've got all the FedEx trucks backed up to all the docks.
No drivers, no nothing. Doors are locked, nothing. And FedEx does not deliver on Mondays, or on Memorial Day Monday. UPS, FedEx, there's UPS next door, it's closed too.
XPO.
USPS, none of them deliver on Memorial Day. So somebody really effed up.
But here's the thing though, so it is a little bit entertaining because the pieces are coming together.
Well, hold on, we'll get to that. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll get to that. So we had a pre-plan.
Hey, Leah.
We had a proposed load, which was great because I was really concerned when I pulled up load choice on our way up here. It showed, well, yeah, there's plenty to pick up, Junior, but we can't just leave our trailer here with a load in it. It's this is an unsecure facility, like a very unsecure facility. Like words can't even describe how unsecure this facility is. So, in fact, I'm marking this on a map as one of my places to, as Lyle would say, hide in the cut. Yeah, New Berlin's where we want to go reload. Absolutely. There's a load in New Berlin that we really like, but that's not available. I mean, it's a holiday. So, anyway, I pulled up a load choice, and it said no loads available, no loads proposed. So, I'm like, crap. And we know another driver who's up here in New York, and there's no loads. He was able to finally get one. He's been setting since last night. Finally was able to get one today. So I was really concerned about it. Well, they found us a load 120 miles away that we couldn't make it to the 01 no matter what. So they were trying to figure out,
Hey, Shaven.
they're trying to figure out how to push that 01 out by an hour, and we get to this FedEx and it's closed. So,
Hey, John St.
so we lost our proposed load because now there's definitely no way we can get to it. And the instructions here say that they don't come in till 5:30 p.m. if there's no one here. The instructions say if there's no one here, park. They'll be there at 5:30 p.m. But that's because they load the trucks at 5:30 p.m. to go out the next morning for delivery in Syracuse, but they don't deliver on Memorial Day. So we're suspecting there's not going to be anyone show up tonight. So I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, we lost our proposed load. Now, I'll let Jenna tell you the story of something that happened Friday night. So we picked up this load yesterday, Saturday. It was not supposed to, I'm just setting this up, and I'm gonna turn the stage over to her. It was not supposed to be picked up until 4 p.m. yesterday, which was Saturday. So Friday night, we parked, took showers, got some rest, got something to eat, and Jenna gets a call.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of chilling, I was on the phone with Gypsy and literally like, okay, well, I'm gonna go take a shower, love you, bye, so I hang up with Gypsy, and well, as I'm hanging up with her, my caller ID says Prime Legal Department, which always freaks me out because if somebody's calling from the switchboard and you have like, that's what I have saved in my phone, I guess, like whatever the number for the legal department. So I'm like, what the heck, you know? So I answer the phone and you know it's
they do call co-drivers. Junior says Prime calls co-drivers. It's weird.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, hello, and it's one of the night dispatchers, really really nice guy, and he's like, hey, I'm just trying to find out, you know, what's going on, why your truck isn't moving. And I'm like, he's like, how far are you from the O1? And I'm like, well, I'm like 8-10 minutes away, like, but what's going on? And he's like, well, sales is freaking out, they want to know why you're not there yet.
They want to know why your truck's not moving.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, but the appointment's for tomorrow, and he's like, what? And then he looks at it and sees, oh my god, he's like, I'm so sorry to bother you, I'm so sorry, I really hope I didn't wake you up. And I'm like, no, you didn't wake me up, but what's going on? He's like, well, they're just freaking out. He said, I saw what time it was supposed to be picked up, so I didn't even think to look at it, you know, and look at the date. He's like, I just thought it was getting close to the time you're supposed to pick it up, and you guys have been sitting for a while. And I was like, okay, well, I said, do you want me I said, we've got all the time in the world, do you want me to go run over there? Because we're literally like 8-10 minutes away, like I can go over there right now, I have plenty of time on my clock. And he's like, no, you're good, it picks up tomorrow, like why would you sit at FedEx until tomorrow if you could sit at the truck stop? And I'm like, okay, but if you want, I can run over there, like. And he's like, no, you're good. He's like, let me get with sales, you know, I'll send you a message if I need to. Well, we never hear anything else again.
Yeah, never heard anything back. No message sent. And when we get to FedEx, you guys know FedEx in Memphis, we've been there many times. The load is never ever loaded the day before, at least not for us. We've never experienced that. Usually what happens is when there's a facility that's off site, we go drop our trailer at the yard across the street, then we go to the facility that's off site, we check in. When we check in is when they load the trailer. And then you'll get it, you know, maybe 2 hours later, or you'll get your paperwork, you go over to the main facility, you wait for your trailer to come out, you hook to it and you leave. That's always been the case for us. We've done that many times. Well, when we got to FedEx yesterday, we found out that the trailer was loaded Friday. It had been sitting there for 24 hours. And we think that sales was hoping that for some reason we'd show up at FedEx 24 hours early. Why would you not?
All they had to do was when they called me say that load's actually ready. Can you get it now? And I had plenty of time.
The trailer was loaded and ready.
I would have gone over there and picked it up and started running that load.
Because the paperwork that was on the trailer said that it was loaded the day before, Friday. It had the date on the paperwork. As soon as she went and checked in at FedEx, they gave her the paperwork. The trailer was already loaded the day before. If they had just told us that, we could have brought the load here last night when FedEx was open.
Yeah, like it's kind of obvious to us that someone in sales knew what was going on and knew that we were getting sent on a suicide mission, and instead of just telling us we screwed up and set your appointment for Sunday when they're closed, can you just run it early, they just pulled a Travis Kinley and said we gonna ride and just, you know, let it happen, because there is no one here. I was so excited. I saw a car and I like run up to this lady and I'm like, oh my god, like which door is it that I go in? Because there's all these different little terminals. I've walked and pulled on every door, and she's like, I'm sorry, I can't help you, I'm with the TSA, I'm just making sure all these doors are locked. And I'm like, okay. And you know, and she said that these are all closed, you know, to the best of her knowledge, these are all closed today. So yeah.
Yeah, Junior, you're right. And a lot of times on meat loads, they'll say, hey, your load may be ready early, but really what they just want you to do is bust your ass to get the empty trailer there so they can book another load. We don't fall for that anymore. We don't fall for that anymore.
Yeah.
Nope. I've had too many instances where I haul ass to get a trailer to a meat shipper because I'm told it might be ready early, only to drop my empty trailer and have to sit in a Walmart parking lot bobtail for freaking 34 hours.
So one bar said, I do remember on multiple times dispatch calling me on my progress. I told them I'm a professional driver and I know what I'm doing. This is only the second time in nearly 3 years they have called us to ask for the progress on a load, because the first time it happened, it did not go well for them.
The only reason you all butt there is to do a 10-hour break.
Yeah.
So Junior, you're not hauling butt there because you think your load's gonna be ready.
Yeah, you're hauling butt
I
go
used to
watch
fall for
Netflix
that.
and eat a sandwich.
I fell for that my first year a
Taking
few
nap.
times. Not anymore. And in fact, I had a really nice gate staff person at I can't remember if it was JBS or Cargo, one of the two. We were just kind of kicking it, cutting up and talking shit, and he just flat out told me, he's like, look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys with Prime always show up and you say you have these huge windows on your pickup times. He said, we don't see the window. We only see the drop dead time. So when you guys come up to our window and say, hey, this says I can pick up anytime between 0800 and 2359, he said, we only see the 2359. Like, we don't see that big window. So, again, it's just to get you to get that empty trailer there so they can book another load. So I'm not saying don't do it. I mean, if you can, you can. If it's good for Prime to obviously be able to book more loads. I'm just saying it's not entirely transparent when it's like, hey, it's implying your load could be ready at 0800 when the meat plant doesn't see that at all. As good as sometimes they check on us. Once I was just chilling and dispatch called and asked why you're not moving. Yeah. Junior, he showed me though. He showed me. Like, this was a really cool guy. We ended up talking for like an hour and a half about a lot of other things too. A lot of other things that he explained, but he showed me in their computer system that it doesn't show a window. It just shows. Now, this was just this particular shipper. I'm not saying it's all meat plants. But
what started it was because he asked, why do you guys always come in?
Yeah, he was like, you guys always come in and say,
from?
it says my load might be ready right now. And he's like, we get this 20 times a day. He's like, I don't know what number you're talking about. Mm-hmm. So he showed me in their system, and it only said 23, I don't remember what time, but it said the drop dead time. That's all it said. He did not see a big window. Doesn't mean they don't try to get them done early.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's implied that, hey, if you haul ass there, your load might be ready. When they know full well, in most cases, your load's not going to be ready. But in any event, somebody we think knew that we were not going to be able to drop this off today.
Junior, yes, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Sometimes they need trailers to load up current. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, totally. Existing booked loads or booked new loads, whatever the case may be. But
to get more freight.
Now I'll say this, Junior. Our fleet, Chris Martin, who's no longer our fleet manager, he at least was transparent about it. He would call me and be like, "Bro, they really need your trailer there.
Just go drop the trailer.
I see you're at a truck stop, but they really need your trailer there. Can you go take it there?" That to me was honorable and respectable, and I would be like, hell yeah, man, I'll take the trailer over there. Mm-hmm. I don't care. It's the whole, sometimes people who are working outside of normal business hours trying to, act like I'm a kid or something and Be like, hey, if we think your load might be ready. No, you don't. Just tell me they need the damn trailer. But yeah, we think that somebody in sales was well aware that we would
This
not
was
be
going
able to
to
drop
happen.
this load off today.
Yeah.
So we don't. So now our fleet manager Justin, who's in today, said that they talked to the O1 that we had proposed, that was proposed on, and they said we can go pick up the load anytime tonight. So that's good, but
If we get out.
I don't see any sales is not saying drop that trailer. Nobody's saying drop this trailer. I don't see any sign that there's going to be anybody here tonight. Yeah, I think Junior, we're that way too. Junior says, I'm the type of driver gets his shipper and drop the empty or call his shipper before getting there. Google reviews help a lot. Yes, so look at Google reviews on every single shipper.
And you leave Google reviews on most shippers.
We're that way too, unless it's a place where it's a place with no parking and a time at night where we're not going to be able to go find somewhere to park, and our drop dead time would be like the next morning. No.
Yeah, Junior, Junior says shortage of trailers in McDonough, Georgia is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Georgia is the worst. For us, Atlanta is the worst place to get stuck without a trailer. Worst, by far. Atlanta, anywhere around that area. Kennesaw, man, we've gotten screwed on empty trailers in Kennesaw 2 or 3 times. We one time left an empty trailer at a receiver, laser ship, and specifically messaged our night dispatch guy and said, hey, we're going to go get showers and get something to eat. Can you make sure this trailer stays attached to us? Remember that?
Say what?
Laser ship in Georgia when we left our trailer there?
Yeah.
So we ran to Love's or something, got showers, got some food, went back to Laser Ship to get our empty trailer. It was gone.
Yeah, and it was somebody had just, like, okay, so here's the thing with that. Laser Ship was like, we're so sorry, somebody hooked up to it and didn't even tell us. Like,
Yeah.
they had tagged
A prime
the trailer.
truck just came in and just got it.
Yeah, they had,
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we had told Laser Ship we were really friendly with them. We deliver there often, and they were unloading it. We're like, hey, can you make sure no one takes our trailer? You know,
they fake red tagged the trailer,
Yeah,
so that nobody would take it.
they're like, oh yeah, we got you. We'll make sure. You know, y'all good. So we were like, all right. So we jammed down the street, took care of some things, came back. Nope. They said prime truck came in and got that trailer before we even knew what happened.
Yeah. No, it's Laser Ship.
Laser Ship, yeah.
So Laser Ship, what they do is they like contract with like FedEx, UPS, DHL, Amazon. So any of like the companies that do delivery like to houses and stuff like that, but maybe they might need a third party to help because they don't have so much of a presence in a certain area, or like during holiday seasons and stuff when there's more deliveries going on. Laser Ship is kind
Later,
of like
Junior. Thanks for stopping in.
they're like a warehouse that will take stuff, organize it, and then put it on
It's
their
a
local
great
trucks.
load.
And they're like, any of them that you go to across the country, they are so nice.
Yeah.
They are the nicest, coolest people to deal with.
We
really
love
cool
the
operation.
Laser Ship load from New Jersey to Atlanta. We love that load. It's pays like $1,700 for 800 miles, and it is never going to be ready when they tell you it is. So, but it'll always be ready at 11:15 p.m. They tell you it's supposed to be ready at 9 p.m. It will be ready at 11:15 p.m. And you'll have to run it hard nonstop, but it's a good paying load.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we're
I'm noticing something right here while we're sitting here. There's the little control tower. My level of hopefulness for things working out for us today is significantly decreasing because I have not seen or noticed any sort of airport movement.
Yeah, there's like this place is a ghost town. We're at Syracuse Airport, FedEx. It's ghost town. Ghost town. Nobody. Nothing happening. And we have a loaded trailer that was supposed to be dropped off at 2 p.m. today. Been here since noon. So
Junior's trying to rally people to play some video games.
Shaven TV. I'm not sure how to say your name. Binging our YouTube videos. That's awesome.
Oh, Dick Dickerson says, haha, I work across the street.
Do you really? Well, there's only one small building across the street. It says 101 on it. So what was that question? How often do you guys use your TWIC card? I've used it one time.
I have never used mine since I've had it.
Yeah, I used it.
Take that back. I used mine to purchase an item.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with needing that TWIC card. I just needed forms of ID. I used it to make a purchase where I was asked to have different forms of ID.
Yeah, I've used my TWIC card one time. That was at the Port of New Orleans when I was solo. And Jenna was in the sleeper, and they didn't ask anything about any other passengers. You're supposed to pay like $200 or something crazy to have an escort if you have a passenger without a TWIC card. They didn't ask nothing. So she just stayed asleep in the sleeper, and I rolled in. That port is crazy. The Port of New Orleans, holy crap, that port is, like, it's a whole damn city.
Yeah.
Miles and miles and miles and miles of roads back there. So I had to use a TWIC card there, but that's the only time I've ever used my TWIC card.
One bar, weren't you the one that had the load of bananas, that like the whole load of bananas got rejected or something like that because they were the wrong color, that you had to go through a port? Somebody recently told us a story about like having an entire load of rejected port bananas.
Dick Dickerson, yeah, that's what and even, I don't even know about even tomorrow. I mean, from what I understand, and since you're familiar with this facility, it seems that they come in at 5:30 p.m. to get everything ready to go out the next morning. Well, because FedEx doesn't deliver on Memorial Day, does that mean they're not going to come in until 5:30 tomorrow night to unload and load trucks? I just don't think they're going to let us drop this trailer here because it is extremely not secure.
One bar says, I've never had a rejected load. Junior would have killed me. No, it was, so somebody was telling us about this nightmare banana load that they got.
Dick Dickerson says correct. So.
Oh, yeah, we're totally boned.
We're screwed.
Thanks for confirming that.
Well, I'll be asking for some serious transit delay pay.
Yeah, but yeah, one bar, that load, this driver had picked it up at the port and it was going to like a Walmart, and then the load was rejected because the bananas were the wrong color, so they had to turn around and bring it back to the port.
Well, we have a number, but nobody answers it.
I wonder if DoorDash is.
Jenna's thinking DoorDash right now. I'm thinking sandwich.
I want tacos.
Tacos. I need to go to bed just in case something happens and we go get this load tonight. I need to get some sleep.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear something weird about bananas? In California, if they're not organic bananas, they spray them with something. They spray them with something that keeps them from ripening until there's an airplane of some sort, until that gets reactivated at the distribution center that they go to. There's a guy that was loading bananas in California explained this whole process to me, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're spraying our bananas with something that keeps them from ripening, and then you activate them and give them permission to ripen.
Ross, are you answering Travis's FaceTime so that you could tell him you'll call him back so that then you can turn around and not call him back?
One bar wonder, that's any see, that's scary. Any non-organic produce they spray with some shit and keep it. That's scary.
Yeah, we buy organic produce.
Yeah, Leah, another reason to buy organic.
It does make it a little bit difficult, like when we're trying to have enough food on the truck to be able, like, all our spinach and tomatoes and stuff for, like, the sandwich wraps and stuff. Like, it does make it a little difficult because it only lasts, you know, about a week at best.
TikTok, I heard 2 Prime students talking about how they passed a drug test using UPass. Just quit doing freaking drugs, for crying out loud. If you have to use something to pass a drug test, don't come drive a truck. Holy shit.
Yeah.
If you're smoking pot, just quit smoking 6 weeks. Like, just quit. Dude, don't. Oh my God. That is just like, this is like something out of freaking like high school or some shit. Trying to come up with ways to cheat a drug test. For the love of all is holy.
Dick, our trailer is loaded. It needs to be unloaded.
Apples have a wax to prevent them from aging.
I know that.
Yeesh.
I do know that. Because, like, you want to wash if your apples aren't, like, you know, organic. Because apples aren't normally that shiny, so they're, like, waxed. So if you have those ugly, waxy apples, you want to wash them with, like, vinegar to get the wax off or something.
Jason
like that.
Piper, trucking with Trev, is no longer trucking. He's no longer trucking Trev. That's why you'll get caught sooner or later.
Yes.
Yeah, you will get caught. If you have to cheat on a drug test.
And you will definitely get caught sooner or later, because out of my 1.5 years with Prime, I have been drug tested on randoms 8 times.
Yeah.
So it's literally like
She gets tested
I had it where I was tested 4 months in a row every time, and then it was a couple months that I wasn't, and then it like is now back in the cycle of I'm getting tested every time we roll through the terminal. So
Man, if you have to cheat on a drug test, don't come drive a truck.
yeah.
I got nothing against pot. I've said that before. I'll say it again. Don't come drive a truck if you were smoking, taking bong rips the week before. Come on, man. Quit, clean up, don't do it ever again.
Thanks, Troy, but that is so far from the truth. He says Eric is okay, Jenna is the real trucker there. LOL, JK, don't hurt me.
Dick Dickerson is confirming that we will be spending Memorial Day in a FedEx parking lot. He says, yeah, you're screwed. I spoke to my old boss who works there. If you guys need anything, let me know. We're probably going to DoorDash some tacos or something.
Toys for Twats says magic mushrooms don't show up on a drug test. Yeah, maybe not, but I definitely wouldn't suggest those.
Jermaine, you had an ambulance rip off your driver's side mirror?
What?
Holy shit. Stuck in PA until they can order one. Had a great load too.
That's
man.
bogus.
Well, hey, we lost a $3 a mile load that weighed like 3,000 pounds because our damn headlight wouldn't stay on.
You know what? One bar, I appreciate you doing that. So he says, last run I did for Prime, I picked up a person who was upgrading. He reeked of weed. I wrote a strongly worded email to my FM saying this person wasn't ready to be a truck driver. I appreciate you having the balls to do that. I really do, because you don't need to be out here altered. Like, I mean, it's bad enough if you have a cold. It's bad enough if you're emotionally distracted by something going on.
Troy says, if I find you on the road, I'm definitely going to say hi and put all my seals on your trailer.
That's awesome.
That would be funny. If we go out there and find 50 seals on our trailer and a sign that says Troy was here, that will be hilarious. Please do plastic ones, though.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I don't want to go out there and cut through 50 metal.
Please don't
seals.
do the metal ones. I have shredded my hands trying to cut those metal seals off.
Well, now we have big bolt cutters.
I had cheap gloves and I was trying to cut the seal.
In our early days, we just used a little multi-tool to try to get the metal seals off. It'll be me.
The prime seals. Oh God.
Ambulance coming down the shoulder, smash into me and 6 other cars. Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, we have a bunch of those seals too, Troy, because we they gave us like a grip of them, and we've only ever had to use them like twice.
That would make me want to go into a receiver with 50 seals on the trailer and just see what their reaction is.
Yeah.
And guard go back there and check the seal.
We went to a receiver recently that put 2 seals on each door, and we're like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were plastic. It's like just 2 of the plastic seals on each door. And we're like, okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is hilarious. Well, I've always heard the rumors of like, and I don't even want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyways, of people who get mad at other people for parking in the fuel island, so they'll take a cheap master lock and lock their trailer with it and throw the key away.
Now One Bar Wonder's saying he's going to start putting on random primes. I should get seals made that say like Seal Ninja or something.
Yeah.
And Seal Ninja was here. Put them on prime trailers.
That's hilarious.
3 seals in Kansas at Tyson.
Yeah, was that it? That might have been it.
It might have been Tyson, yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. They put 3 seals on a trailer, but only listed 1 on the bills. It's like, what's the... Okay.
See, Troy just has me remembering all of the crappy little games that I used to play with my girlfriends when I worked at the bank. Like, when I worked at a bank, we used to mess with each other's cars on our days off. So we would, like, if you saw your friend's car in the parking lot, you'd, give it a new paint job by covering the entire car in Post-it notes, or putting a for sale sign with their actual cell phone number and a really cheap price on the car, stuff like that. So then when they get off work, they've got like 5,000 phone calls.
Does Prime give you a free shirt and hat when you get hired with them? I think they do give you a shirt and a hat, but I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. Now, when you pass your CDL test, you do get to pick a hat, I believe. After that, the hats are only going to be useful to you if you like to look like you were a driver in the 80s.
They're award hats, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we like to have them, we collect them. I ain't wearing none of them. They got like gold feathers and shit.
So Cisco Guru says, I can hear Eric's stomach grumbling. It's sandwich time. Yes,
sandwich time.
He's wanting a sandwich.
She's been making these epic pita sandwiches. Oh, they're so good. It's off 50.
Do you want me to make your sandwich while you do this? So
No, we're almost done. Swift is upgrading from Qualcomm to Sonar tablets. What do you guys think? Yes, please. I don't care what kind of tablet. I hate Android with a passion. I'll take an Android tablet. Anything over this damn Qualcomm.
We're convinced that all Qualcomm is when BlackBerry crashed and burned and became obsolete in the tech world.
They just hired their team.
That Omnitrax was just like, you're in, and hired all of them, because I mean, this thing, it's so thick. It's like
if you have
2 inches thick.
If you have a device that can only do 0.03% of what an iPhone can do, and it weighs the same as a bowling ball, you got a problem.
I mean, like, this thing, I'm going to tell you, if you were ever in an emergency situation where you needed to, like, break a window, it would come in handy.
And why are we in 2021 with a device that has to boot up?
I'm thoroughly convinced this thing would be quite effective to crack a coconut. It's a brick.
Troy, I collect Prime rings if anyone wants to donate. I'm hoping to pick up my ring this week.
I miss my BlackBerry. Yeah, BlackBerries, I mean, they were, back in the day, it was quite the advancement. But then the iPhone came out, and it was just like, nah.
And that was made recently. I miss my BlackBerry, yeah. Which, by the way, we are going to be hopefully at the safety meeting this next Friday in Springfield. Really excited about it. the masks are no longer required at Springfield or at any Prime terminals, and they're hosting their first physical safety meeting again Friday morning. For those of you who are new to Prime, have come to Prime over this last year and a half, that was a great feature. Every Friday morning, you get free breakfast. You can have steak and eggs. You can have anything you want. And they do the broadcast live with everybody, live audience. It was
They're really fun.
yeah,
Like,
it was a nice, good social. All the new students are there with their vest on, and so it was really cool. So we're gonna hopefully go to this one. We're not going to Springfield just for that reason. Jenna's got to pick up some glasses, and we got to get some packages. So we're only going to be there for like a night or two, but we're hoping to be there Friday morning for that meeting.
do a load of laundry, get my glasses.
How is the PA terminal? I like the PA terminal. What I don't like is going to it. I like to shower at it. I think it's a nice little, it's got nice showers. It's a comfortable little terminal. It just sucks going in and out of that place. It's tiny. But it's nice, if you're going there to start with Prime, it's nice. But once you upgrade, you won't want to go there anymore. Still coasting off my Love's Diamond status. Did someone say, hope I bring up fuel? I do have a second video I want to do on that, because they put out an announcement trying to cover their ass and put lipstick on a pig about it. Pilot Flying J sucks. Like, we were at one Friday night and quickly remembered why we haven't stayed at one for like a year. Filthy dirty. Showers were shitty.
It was so bad. I waited for over an hour. I was like literally the next person in line for a shower. I had to wait for over an hour because this particular pilot, there's two pilots and they're across the street from each other. And instead of hiring cleaning staff for both, they literally just had one guy running back and forth. Somebody say it's windy.
Leah, you'll be wearing a mask for the rest of your life. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really worn a mask for the last 2 years, or the last year and a half. I haven't really worn a mask. The only time I've ever worn a mask is if an employee asked me to, out of respect for them. I don't want to give them any trouble. Yeah. But I'm not a big believer that a cloth mask that you don't wash for months on end is really doing anyone any favors. Yeah. Really looking forward to it. Once you get second truck, will that be leased on with Prime, or will your trucks be under your own authority? Nomadic Brit, no, I do not want to run trucks under my own authority. I have no interest in that. I don't even really care about the whole owner operator thing. No, I don't want my own authority. We want to run our trucks under Prime, under the Prime's umbrella, and have no plans to do anything else with them.
Dick says don't go to the pilot on 7th North Street.
Country trucker Brad, you're going to think about us at the golf course.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of shots either, Leah. Like, cause I have a really bad problem with just magically becoming allergic to everything for no reason at all. So like shots and stuff can be very problematic for me.
Yeah, we're not getting a vaccine. No, thank you.
I mean, like, even like antiviral medication and stuff like that. Like, I've got sick before, gone to the doctor, they give me something, and then it causes me to have anaphylaxis worse than what I was dealing with, before. So
she's doing it, say it in a polite way. I'm going to say it blatantly and bluntly. We are not getting no COVID vaccine. Not going to happen. No.
Look, like the human body is an amazing thing. Yes, like there's a lot of modern medicine.
We take vitamins, we take vitamin D, we take all kinds of, where we don't get sick. We think we might have had COVID maybe early last year. I don't know.
like we were sick at the same time everybody was sick before they knew COVID was even a
Yeah,
thing.
at the very
It
beginning.
was like December. It was like the December of, so that would have been December 2018, or is that 2019? 2019. Yeah, December 2019.
Yeah.
Everybody had a really bad flu. Yeah, that's around the time where we were
Troy,
sick.
I admire the human body, females usually. Yes, I too admire
Good night, Troy.
the female human body.
Oh, I thought he said gotta sleep, gotta stop.
How do you find a reliable, responsible driver that will represent your second truck, your business, very carefully?
Yes, and honestly, I would say it was being able to build a relationship with that driver from before they came for orientation, and we've been building this relationship as they've been going through training and everything like that. I mean, you can, there's always a risk, but actually building a long-term relationship with that driver and getting to know them, getting to know what their family's all about, what they're all about, like we've been doing that because and somebody who's willing to understand that you're new at running, you know, the private fleet too. Like we have a country trucker, Brad, and him and his wife, both amazing people. We've had lots of conversations with them where they're aware they're kind of our guinea pig on this, and they're going to be patient with us just like we're going to be patient with them. We've gone over expectations on both sides, and so I mean, yeah.
Leah, you do tetanus and that's it. Yeah, so we're not anti-vax. Not anti-vax at all. We're just anti-experimental vax.
We are anti-emergency authorization use.
Got to be some of these new drivers coming out of TNT need more training. Some do. All right, guys, we're at 47 minutes. Again, if you're watching the replay on Memorial Day, which will be tomorrow, please have an honorable Memorial Day. If you've lost someone close to you, family member or something, thank you for being a part of that sacrifice. We have a good friend that passed away, Troy, not Troy, I'm sitting here thinking about this chat, Skip.
I'm like,
Skip.
poor Troy. Why are you killing Troy?
Skip he was in Vietnam, right?
Yeah.
Really, really cool dude. Good friend. He was in Vietnam and he'd been shot multiple times by AK-47 and like he had seen some shit, man. And just hearing his stories, you know, it's crazy. Now,
Nice you, Skip.
yeah. So, you know, now he didn't die, you know, from war. Well, he did. He actually did. Yeah. He died early as a result of it. But anyway, just remember, you know, don't say, as Tim Travels, he's on YouTube as Tim Travels. He's a Prime driver. He served. As he says, don't say Happy Memorial Day. Say Happy Veterans Day. Say Happy Independence Day. Don't say Happy Memorial Day. Say have an honorable Memorial Day. Honor those who we lost. So anyway, YouTube name. When I ask questions during live Prime videos, they refuse to acknowledge it. No. RN has to make it at the very end. I don't think RN has ever missed a live.
Or he hasn't said hello, yeah.
So you helped me a lot on leasing. Good. Yeah, Prime's leasing program's great. I saw someone again bitching about the $5,000 a month payment. Man, you'll do just fine. Run your truck smart, run your truck hard, you'll do just fine. John St. Clair really liked Tim Travels. I do too. I'm going to give him a big shout out this week. He is one of my favorite channels. He always gives a little bit of a history lesson on where he's at or where he's delivering, and it's fascinating. I mean, he's got a really good way of being conversational. I really like his channel. Tim Travels, he's a Prime driver. Check him out.
And I apologize to everybody that you didn't get to see Remy today, but she has made herself quite the little nest in the back, and she's quite satisfied with.
Yeah, one more quick
Pretty.
thing. Country Trucker Brad is there. He's going to be our driver,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to be on. You can click on his name. I'm not sure if you can, but he's going to start YouTube soon, so you'll want to follow him. Won't be taking the vaccination, but to each their own. But in honor of all the men and women that take the ultimate shot for us and now fully vaccinated.
Eh.
We ain't gonna.
Like, regardless of the vax, we're not taking a vacation because we're not going to leave our dog somewhere. That's
That's a safety video. I don't know. I'll see if I can find a message. Gotta run, guys. We're gonna message dispatch and get some confirmation on whether or not we're stuck here. But we'll check in with you guys either tonight or tomorrow. So thanks so much for jumping in. Really appreciated the chat. You guys be safe, make good decisions, have an honorable Memorial Day.
Georgia Peach.
And as always, drive to thrive. Talk to you guys soon.